Good morning, Eagle Nation. It's glad to be back. On today's show, we're going to sit down with Kayle Brutton to talk about robotics.
We're going to be featuring the Government and Economics class field trip to the Federal Reserve.
And we're going to kick it over to Trey Maynard with sports. All this on today's show. Eagle Nation News starts right now. Millions of fans woke to the news this morning that legendary and iconic performer David Bowie has died. Bowie passed away surrounded by family after an 18-month battle with cancer. He was 69 years old.
To a new generation, the name David Bowie may be a little more than just a name from the past. But to musicians and artists around the world, the incomparable sound of the legendary performer was iconic. Born in 1947 as David Robert Jones, the British glam rock star rose to fame in the late 60s with Space Oddity, best remembered for introducing the fictional character of Major Tom. He changed his name to Bowie to avoid confusion with Monkees lead singer Davy Jones. With a voice that soared from baritone to falsetto, Bowie became the salve for alienated and misfits of the world. Known as the Picasso of pop, his theatrical glam rock, Bowie slipped in and out of various alter egos on stage, most famously Iggy Stardust. His work was praised by music critics and transcended genres. His latest album, Black Star, was released Friday on his birthday. Bowie's influence turned pop in a new direction, giving rise to modern artists like Queen's new frontman Adam Lambert and Lady Gaga, and his mega hit Life on Mars was featured on last season's American Horror Story. His career spanned 6 decades. Many musicians, celebrities, and world leaders took to Twitter this morning to honor the performer. Kanye West wrote, "David Bowie was one of my most important inspirations. So fearless, so creative. He gave us a magic for a lifetime." For Eagle Nation News, I'm Ben Fine.
He will be missed. The Government and Economics classes went on a field trip to downtown Dallas to get a first-hand look on how our money is made at the Federal Reserve Bank.
On Thursday, January 7th, the Prosper's AP government classes took a trip down to Dallas to see the Federal Reserve Bank. Here, they did a short little scavenger hunt before heading over to lunch at Clyde-Warren Park.
Federal National Bank, my favorite monument or artifact was the old, I guess, printer they had for the money. It was just really interesting to see how it was made.
Just kind of going around learning more about what the deal with money is, like how it's transferred, the history of it, that kind of stuff.
I'll probably say in the Federal Reserve, probably be, seeing that's like shredded money, things of that aspect.
When the tour was over, it was time for lunch. Students made their way over to Clyde-Warren Park, where there they had options of numerous food trucks. After lunch, they would travel to the SMU campus to visit the George W. Bush Presidential Library.
Like the Oval Office replica, it was really cool how it had like everything that had the buttons in there, all the little secret buttons. They had Sharpies glued onto a little like tray, which was weird but cool because it's the actual representation of how it looked when George W. Bush was in office.
Especially powerful was the 9/11 memorial with the big steel rod they had. It was really touching and deep.
Probably some of the things that he received from other countries. Maybe like seeing an actual Oval Office replica that they had there.
Okay. These PHS seniors also shocked the staff with their behavior and actions.
I'm so impressed. I thought these guys were in college. I really.
For Eagle Nation News, I'm Lyndon Kaysen.
We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Attention students, if you are interested in joining any UIL academic team, sign up soon because practices for UIL competitions have already started. Contests are available in the following areas: English, spelling, journalism, writing, social studies, science, computer science, math, and accounting. If you need any additional information, contact Mr. Behringer, Miss Grant, or Miss Kirk.
Here in the studio to recap robotics competition kickoff is Kayle Brutton. Kayle, thank you so much for joining us
Thanks
today.
for having me.
Now, first off, what is the robotics kickoff competition?
It's basically where we learn what the competition is for this year and what we need to prepare for.
And how long is the competition?
The competition's only about 3 days at the Urban Convention Center, but we have 6 weeks to prepare for the competition.
So what's the objective for this year's competition?
This year it's called FRC Stronghold, and basically it's a game of knights and castles and with robots.
And this competition was to kick off the actual, like you said, there's multiple competitions. Can you kind of run through what that was?
Basically, we went to Texas Instruments, and we had a few speakers there. They had the president talk to us, president of the show talk to us, and we just learned about it. And then they got to show us the field, and then we talked with other teams, and they had workshops there to help with new teams and such like that.
So you brought us an example of kind of what the robotics club kind of builds. So obviously you guys aren't building like transformers or anything like that. So talk to me. What do you guys build like in the robotics club?
We build pretty much anything. Each competition's different. This one is built to throw balls, and we just shoot them there. And then there's some other ones where we pick up objects and place them in a different bin, or just knights and kings.
And are you thinking about doing robotics and engineering like as a career?
Mm-hmm, definitely. I'm majoring in computer science, but I'm also looking into engineering as well.
Perfect. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Now let's kick it over to Trey Maynard with sports.
We had quite a busy weekend of sports over the past couple of days. The boys and girls soccer teams both started their preseason play with their first tournament of the season. The boys ended the tournament with a record of 2-1, outscoring their opponents 10-3. The girls went undefeated through all 3 games, featuring a game that was taken in PKs. In their first tournament of the year, the girls took first place. The boys and girls basketball teams continued district play, taking on the Lovejoy Leopards. The girls took the dub with ease, 58-49. The boys dominated the Leopards 51-35, with our own Khalil Adams and Matt Blozis outscoring the Leopards by themselves. The results from the McKinney Invitational swimming meet this weekend were the boys taking second place and the girls taking third place overall. Also, the wrestling team will have their senior night this Thursday, January 14th, at Liberty at 6 p.m. For Eagle Nation Sports, I'm Trey Maynard.
Now here's Cutter with your Daily Bullet.
Good morning, children. If writing is one of your true loves, then sign up for your UIL Ready Writing with Mr. Leguise. The first practice will be on January 12th. All library books are due no matter what. If not turned in, the librarians will hunt you down. And when they find you, they will kindly ask for your book. Also, if you level down, make sure you turn in that AP textbook. Prosper High is offering the ASVAP-B test on January 15th at 8:20 in the LGI room. This test costs $0 and has so many benefits that there is no possible way I'll be able to read them all. Sign up in the counseling office. There is a new SSA club that will meet on Fridays 3:50 to 4:30 in room 2118. The club will allow for student freethinkers to socialize. Current Spanish students can now purchase your tickets for the Spanish concert. The singer this year will be a guy that is not Ennio. Tear. First Priority will be meeting this Wednesday morning from 7:45 until 8:15 in the auditorium. Interact Club will be having its first meeting on the 2016, Wednesday, January 13th, after school in Mr. McCall's room. And yes, food will be there. Dance for a Cause Dance Club will meet every Friday in Ms. Schroeder's room, 11:30. Sorry kids, you won't find me there, but I'm sure it'll be a great time. Well, Eagle Nation, I'm Cutter Nielsen with your Daily Bullet.
Let's kick it to your daily mobile media.
Hello, Eagle Nation. It's Brady Powers, your chief meteorologist and correspondent here at PHS. I'm doing a little man on the street asking people what their New Year's resolutions were. What's your New Year's resolution?
Not to drink any more soda.
What are you drinking right now?
Soda.
What's your New Year's resolution?
To get no more speeding tickets.
Did you just get back from court?
Yeah, actually I did. I was in court today.
How fast were you going?
I was going 70.
In?
55.
First of all, I'd like to say, where are your legs? I don't know. They're not there.
Just to stay more positive and enjoy life more.
You know, I've always been pretty negative, but a negative and a positive attract, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'd like to say, what are your New Year's resolutions?
Probably just to get better grades.
To watch Chef by Jon Favreau.
What's that?
It's a movie by Jon Favreau.
What is it though?
It's
like,
Chef.
Chef?
Chef.
Never seen it.
Jon Favreau.
To be more like you, Brady. You're my inspiration. I've already started by buying some orange Red Hot Fire hair dye.
That's so sweet. Like that's the director?
Yeah.
Chef by Jon Favreau?
Yeah.
What's it about?
Chef.
It's about a chef or like chef in general?
It's Chef.
Jon Favreau?
Jon Favreau.
Okay.
Be more confident. And I want to become a hip hop and a break dancer. And also I want to meet new people and become a nicer person.
All right, first of all, I'd like to say you don't need no man.
Okay.
Second of all, let me see your moves. Let me see your moves. This is on the spot. Oh, okay, let's get it. Let's get it.
Wake up in the morning, then I had to pull up on the block, 'cause today I get to work. And you know my top drop, and my car name is Nay Nay. Had to hit the corner, 'cause today is a good day.
Yes, that was beautiful. What's your biggest change from last year to now?
I think I grew a centimeter.
Short stack. So how much have you changed from last year to now?
Not a lot.
Yeah, I can tell. You've definitely slimmed down a little bit, I'll tell you that for sure. Used to be a little chubby. Thanks. I'm just kidding. No, but I mean, have you like worked out at all? Obviously not. You're not very big.
Nah.
Thanks for the one-word responses. How much have you changed from last year to now?
I'd say I've changed a little. I mean, I'm still fat, so I guess there's no change. Yeah, there's no change at all. Yeah, there's no change.
Pretty much just buzzed my head, and then I got tired of that because that's the same haircut since basically birth.
What's your biggest change from last year to now? Go.
About 50 pounds and 2 pounds of facial hair.
For Eagle Nation News, I'm Brady Powers, and as Mr. Wright would like to say, Feliz Navidad. Good morning, Eagle Nation. I'm so glad to be back, and I know each and every one of y'all are jumping for joy right now because y'all get to see me on y'all's screen again. All right, calm down. Before we get to the stats for the next 3 days, let's get your fun weather fact of the day. Did you know that the average lifespan of a tornado is less than 15 minutes, yet it can do so much damage? Okay, taking it from that gloomy note to an even gloomier forecast, today we have a high of 48 degrees and a low of 32. Tomorrow we'll have a high of 59 and a low of 33, and Wednesday we'll jump back into the 60s with a high of 62 and a low of 41. We know many of you want that hotter weather back. In fact, our own Ben Fine tweeted how he wanted that 75-degree December back in Texas. His fragile body can't take this blistering cold for one more day. We're all praying for Ben's sake that it warms up. Well, that's the weather around you. For your weather update, I'm Brady Powers, and I've changed a lot. You can too.
Real quick before we go, senior boys volleyball tryouts are now 6 to 7 tonight in the gym.
And before we leave, Mr. Wright will close us out with a quick message.
And that's all for Eagle Nation News today. I'm Austin Garcia.
And I'm MacKenzie Hamilton. Live long and prosper.
Last week I busted out a little Happy New Year in French, Spanish, German, and Italian. And today, in honor of our American Sign Language classes, because I'm so very proud of our ASL classes, I would like to sign for you Happy New Year. So here we go. Happy New Year. One more time. Happy New Year. And also at this time, my special American Sign Language coach is going to come and sign for you. My favorite thing that I say at the end of announcements is, have a blessed day. So here she comes to sign for you.
Hi, I'm Bailey Works, and I just wanted to say, have a blessed day.